Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
On behalf of BVO Boxing TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon. Don't forget to grab your Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect bass model for premium sound, with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They're ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com and elevate your listening experience.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
My man, BVO Boxing, LLC. What's up, man? Salute to you, man. Salute to you, man.
Hello. It is your girl, Maya, and I just wanted to give a shout out to my fellas at BVO Boxing. What's up, fellas? How are you guys? Hopefully great. And I will be seeing you guys soon. Peace.
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BVO Sports TV. We back. I want to give a big shout out before I start the show to Shakur Sanchez on an all-time great performance. You definitely showed us a lot. And you know what? Shout out to my big brother Just Do, man. One of the people that helped me start BVO Sports TV. Shout out to him. One of the things I will say is that Shakur Sanchez, looking like that, might be one of the best fighters in the world. What you guys think about Sanchez's performance, y'all?
A plus.
Yeah, very impressed.
Marky, go ahead, Marky. I've been on all day. Go ahead. I'll go last.
No, I was very impressed. He stood in the pocket. He was trading with people want to make the differentiation between, Zepeda being a volume puncher or a power puncher. I mean, they could do that if they want to. But at the end of the day, Zepeda been in there before Shakur with 33 dudes. He was undefeated, and he'd stopped or knocked out 27 of those guys that he got in there with. So you just have to give a lot of credit to Shakur for standing really toe-to-toe. I mean, he had his back against the ropes most of the fight and was really just in there with the fire, and he was slipping most of what Zepeda was throwing. Zepeda couldn't really land much effectively, but I still give credit to William Zepeda because I thought he fought the best fight he could have, but he was just clearly outclassed in terms of speed, in terms of skills, in terms of reflexes. I mean, there was just nothing he could do, I think, to make up the gap. But he didn't fight a bad fight. I mean, he had his moments. He managed to catch Shakur. After he'd go to the body, he'd come upstairs. You saw he caught him with that clean straight right jab that knocked Shakur off balance for a second. You know what I'm saying? So, credit to both men. It was a entertaining fight, but huge credit to Shakur Stevenson. I'm somebody I'm very well documented for hating on him, and I'm not apologetic for it. I don't like him. I don't like his personality at all whatsoever. But I do have to eat some crow because I said, he's going to talk like Marvin Hagler and fight like Usain Bolt, and he did not do that. You know what I'm saying? It was a very entertaining fight. So credit to both of them.
Before we pass the mic, I just want to say this, man. What a performance by Shakur Sanchez. The Puerto Rican really
Sanchez.
As far as I say, he went into his bag. I don't know what that means, but he went into his purse or bag and pulled out some tricks I had never seen. So,
like a tool bag, video.
But go ahead. I'll let y'all brothers cook.
I thought he had an A+ performance. Yeah, I thought I'll be brief. I'm brief. I thought he had an A+ performance. He stood up. He stood in front of Zepeda. He did what he said he would do. He didn't run, or what y'all call it, run. He didn't. I would say he didn't box. He banged. He stood in the front in the pocket, and what I was most impressed about BVO was the 3 and 4 punch combinations he was landing. When he had that fight in the center of the ring, he was dominant. When he backed up on the rope, That's when Zepeda had a little success. But I don't give Zepeda no more than 3 rounds. 4 rounds is being generous, but some of y'all, that's okay if y'all want to do that. I don't have a problem with that. I feel like he ain't had no more than 3 rounds, and I just think Shakur just showed that he's the best at 135 with Tank Davis being inactive. And I'll pass.
Who next? Anybody go?
I think Shakur did a good job. I wouldn't say it was an A+ performance. I give him a B+. Because I give him a B+ because Shakur is a better fighter than that. If he did that to please the fans, that's not smart. It's not smart to lay on the ropes and let your opponent well away on your body or whatever have you. I mean, I understand you wanted to make a point that you can do it, but just because you can do it doesn't mean that you're supposed to do it. So I'm not going to give him A for doing something that he shouldn't have done. So I mean, he did a great job in winning the fight. I believe he clearly won the fight, but that wasn't the smartest thing to do by laying on the ropes and things like that. So I think he did what he needed to do to win the fight, and it was a hard fought fight. And hats off to both of them. They put on a heck of a performance. But I'm not going to say it was an A+ performance because he did something that he shouldn't have did, and he knew he shouldn't have did it. His grandfather told him he shouldn't have did it. And I mean, we would know. He would know better than anybody else. His grandfather told him to get off the ropes because you don't know what these judges are thinking of. This is an Oscar De La Hoya fight. Why are you laying on the ropes? So I'm not going to give him an A+ performance. I give him a B+ because he did some things that he shouldn't have done. I mean, we all say Shakur got a brilliant IQ and whatever have you. He's a technician in the ring. You can put on a A-class performance and it still be entertaining. You don't have to lay on the ropes. You could have kept it in the center of the ring and just kept pivoting around. You didn't have to lay on the ropes. So I mean, that's what I see when I see an A-class performance is doing what you want to do in the ring, not what the please the fans, not to lay on the rope to please the fans. You doing what you doing and making the fight easy. So I mean, I think he did a good job in winning the fight, but I'm not gonna say it was an A-class performance.
Let me ask you this before somebody go. Let me ask Free this because that's what if y'all want to know why I love Puerto Rican Free, that's why. Because you know what? This brother gonna say what he think. And you know what's funny about it? My only question would be this, D Free. That's the first time we seen him look like Floyd. How is that not A+? He looked like Floyd the other night, man. Look like Floyd.
Hey, if I could, let me make a quick comment on that. Yeah, that shoulder roll was out there because a lot of people were making the comment that, well, he's fighting a southpaw, and that might be a problem for him. But no, that him fighting a southpaw that allowed him to bring out that shoulder roll and that Philly shell.
You're right, Morgan.
That was beautiful to watch.
I thought that was called the Mayweather defense.
No, it's called the Philly shell.
Whatever you want. The people in Philly.
I agree with some of the things Free said as far as I didn't want him on the rope.
Invented that shoulder roll.
Yeah, they did. And Philly, I got to give Philly credit for that shoulder roll. That's the Philly shell. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree with some of the things Free said. But this is the reason I give him an A+. We can't have it both ways. You can't call him a runner 1 week and then when he stand in the pocket and give you a war, say he's not gonna get an A+ the next week. I don't like that. I feel like that. Listen, I didn't want him on the ropes. I definitely didn't. But I also understood why he was on the ropes at times. You got to understand something. When he was taking breaks, making sure, you know what I'm saying, downloading data, as Floyd likes to say when you seen Floyd on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Floyd in those type of the Madonnas and stuff, or the Kodos, you know what I'm saying, had those same type of fight. So I gotta give Shakur A+. I can't see. I do respect what Free said. It's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and those Makoto fights and Castillo fights and Madonna fights, those wasn't no A-class performance from Floyd neither.
They wasn't. To me, they was. To me, they was. I don't know what you want.
Those are times. If you think about it, though, Free, you talking about the few people that put hands and feet on Floyd. So
And let me tell y'all something else. You can't run. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to get in. Listen, I don't know how good y'all think Williams Zapata is, but he's good. You can say what you want to say. Okay, say it again, BVO. He can do what? He can cut the ring off, bro. At the end of the day, when somebody's able to cut the ring off on you like that, you're gonna have to do everything you can to win. And to give him anything less than an A or an A plus, in my mind, is absurd. But I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that Williams Zapata is possibly the best pressure fighter at 135 pounds, and we've seen that pressure. And we seen Shakur do what? Listen, I said it for weeks, and I'm standing on it. And prior, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I said that Shakur was going to stand in the pocket. Did I not say that? Tell me if I'm wrong, somebody. What did I say he was going to do? I said he was going to stand in the pocket. I said he was going to fight. I said he was going to fight. I said he was going to let his hands go because I already knew what he was up against. And I knew he was a better fighter. That's what I knew. When everybody kept saying what he was going to do, he going to run, he going to do this, he going to have to do that, I was never worried about that. I already knew Shakur was a better fighter. I knew what he had in his arsenal. And you seen it.
Yeah. I thought he was going to destroy him like Floyd did Gotti. So I was completely wrong, but he still put on an A+ performance. And D. Free, he been watching boxing a couple years longer than me, so I totally respect his opinion. But where I stand there with it is nothing short than an A-, A, not even a minus, just an A. A+, A.
Okay.
That's you can't go no lower for me.
I don't know if you can go to a 5.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. Then I'm gonna go to my man Mark. Mark, let me ask you this. Now, me and you are historians about this boxing, right? You know what I like about that fight? You know what I like about that fight, Mark?
What?
I like the fact that Zapata said, "You're gonna fight. You're gonna fight, Puerto Rico. You're gonna fight. There's no running. There's no pivoted. All I seen Shakur do was step around the nigga. That's all he did was step around him. And I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna go on record. Tank Davis, Abdul Wahid is getting washed against that Shakur. He getting washed.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Just Do. Just Do told me, bro. Now we know that Abdul Wahid can't beat Shakur. Not like that. If he's standing there against Zapata, and don't get me wrong, Abdul Wahid is one of the best pressure fighters in boxing. I think this will be a chance to see the O go all the way because Shakur is the best fighter at 135 pounds. What I want, I ain't gonna lie, what I want to do is I want him and Gary Anton Russell to get it on for the WBA title at 140. I think he beats him. That's what I want. I want to see Shakur go up because he was at 135 exactly. It's time to move up. Whenever you hit that weight exactly, time to go up. Gary Antoine Russell, you need to step to Shakur, and Shakur let your nuts hang and meet Antoine in the middle of the ring and watch me have one of the best fights we've ever seen. You'll see one of the best fights we've ever seen.
Hey, well, we got a problem, BBO. We got a problem.
Whoa.
What?
You gotta play the drop for that. That was crazy.
Yeah. Hey, we got a problem. We got a problem.
Need to let his nuts hang, and then the two of them need to meet in the middle. Whoa.
Hey, yeah, we got a problem, man. Shakur Stevens and Conor Ben.
I want to run.
What are you talking about?
Y'all boys
Hey,
out of
Free.
control already.
Yeah. We don't want.
No did it. I said no did it. I say no did it. No did it.
Yo, that's crazy.
Jeez.
Got a problem, BBO.
Shout out Dank's father. Shout out B3.
Shakur and
Shout
Conor
out
Ben
TV.
were side by side today, and they. I know it ain't gonna happen. I don't think it will. But Shakur did tell Conor Ben he'll meet him at 147. Do y'all think that fight is possible? Shakur asked Conor Ben. Yeah, he asked Conor Ben how long he been boxing.
Yeah, go ahead,
bro.
My fault. He asked him how long he been boxing.
That'd be Ray Leonard versus Hagler if he can fight Gary Antoine Russell at 140.
Oh, okay.
That'd be
okay.
Ray
You can't
Leonard
tell
versus
him to
Hagler.
shut up.
Okay, yeah, I can
That's
see that.
crazy.
No,
Yeah,
I
get off
thought
the
he was
drugs,
saying
man.
Conor Ben versus Shakur is Ray Leonard versus
Oh no,
Hagler.
Antoine.
No, yeah.
Antoine.
Okay, I
The
apologize.
Antoine we seen. Hold on, the Antoine we seen. He get in there with Shakur. No, that's my man
No,
Finger
that's
said. We talking
fireworks.
about the
No,
biggest fight in boxing.
It might be Mike Tyson versus Sugar Ray. I don't want to see that.
I don't
Shit,
know.
I
I don't
do.
know
But
if you seen how Antoine was boxing.
I
Boxing like
got
that.
Antoine, and I like y'all know
I got
I like Shakur. I got Antoine in that fight,
I
man. I'm
got
gonna keep it
Shakur.
on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I got
Free,
to
who
see the
you got?
fight.
Who you got, Free? Antoine and Shakur Sanchez, 140. No rehydration for the belt. Who you got?
what?
Oh,
No
that's dope.
rehydration.
You talking about next?
No, not next. In the next couple of fights.
Next couple of fights, we
Who
got
would
to
you?
see what these guys look like in the next couple of fights. Because
I
He's
anything
talking
say,
can
about
happen
I
in the
say,
next.
I
fight,
say
Free.
50,
He's
50.
talking about
If you asking in the next couple of fights, I got to see if something happens. I mean, somebody can get beat up and they never fight the same way again. I mean, you asking a lot of things that can happen in the next couple of fights. Now,
yeah
if you talking about
tomorrow.
next, if you talking about next, I got Antoine next.
Me too.
Against the Shakur we seen last night, big as
I
he
got
was.
Antoine. I got Antoine.
Wow. And I love Antoine.
I got Shakur. I think Antoine has improved from that Puello loss, but still, that sticks in my mind. On top
I
of
What?
think, man.
Rancis. Hold on, man, calm down. Golly. As I was just saying, the
Wait a
Rancis
minute.
Bartholomew performance. I mean, Rancis was getting off on him from long range and mid range before he gassed out, and Russell stopped him. So I'd be interested in seeing that fight. I got Shakur winning. But I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's gonna be a wash or nothing like that. I think that's gonna be a classic.
Why you had to go back 3 or 4 fights? Why you didn't
Yeah,
go to
that's
the last
crazy.
fight?
I literally hold on.
That was
I'm
crazy.
talking about the man's resume. What are you
No,
talking
the
about?
man.
I
I'm
can't bring
talking
up
about
his
the man.
resume.
You said you talking about 3 or 4 fights like the man hasn't improved since those
I
fights because the
just
last time.
said he's improved from those fights. You old man.
I didn't cut you. I didn't cut you off, slow boy. I didn't cut you off. No. What I'm saying
Goddamn
is
senior citizen.
you going back 3 or 4 fights, and like the man hasn't improved in the last fight that we just seen. You went
Yeah.
back to fights that he had some flaws in. We going by what we
Uh-huh.
saw. Oh, shut up. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
No, we going by what we just seen last. We talking about what we just saw from Shakur. You going back to what Antoine looked like a couple of fights ago. We talking about
Years
his
ago.
last fight. We talking about his last fight. What we saw from Antoine his last fight, and what we saw from Shakur his last fight. That's what BVO just said.
Yeah. And that's
Okay,
how you should judge it, D
I
Free. You should
heard.
judge it off their last performances in boxing.
Okay, I
Go ahead,
didn't hear
Marcus.
BVO said that. I heard BVO ask Shakur versus Gary Russell in the next couple of fights. That's what I was answering. And
He can't do nothing but
using I'm
get better.
talking about and I'm what you say?
He can't do nothing but get better. We can't go
I
go
didn't
backwards.
say he
We gotta
wasn't
go
getting
forward.
better.
No, you're not
I didn't
listening,
say
Marvin.
that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm saying Antoine has got better, so there's no need to go backwards.
Way better. Dr.
Right.
Fields, salute to you, Queen. Dr. Fields in the building.
I'll say this, man. No matter how you play it, Margie, you a goofball because I think you missing out
Yo,
on.
cone.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Because I want to have a real boxing conversation. So I'm gonna let the jokes aside for this one.
Yeah.
If you think about this fight, this could be Sugar Ray Leonard versus what's the dude? Mark, who's that dude that was boxing Sugar Ray Leonard's ears off? What's the dude's name?
Meldrick, Terrible Terry.
No, you talking about the Puerto Rican Hector?
Yeah. If
Hector Camacho.
if Camacho, if you see, because I look at Gary Antoine's like Camacho, where he kind of rise like a Tio, he rise to the occasion, so to speak. I'm wondering what we see with Shakur. I ain't gonna lie, and maybe it's an overreaction. The nigga looked like one of the best fighters in the world last night. I'm not gonna play games like I didn't see.
He is. He is
He looked like
BVO.
one of
He
the
is.
best in the world, dog. He looked
He
like
I
one
just
of the
don't
best
think
in
he
the
can
world.
beat Gary. I think Antoine is too big. I think what
Yeah.
y'all, Paul, I think what y'all missing is this
No
right
pause.
here. Williams
No
and
pause.
Pater. Okay. Williams and Pater doesn't know how to
Nah, that was
change
a
gears.
pause.
It really ain't. I'm over 50 years old. It shouldn't be no problem. Williams and Pater doesn't know how to change gears. Gary Antoine Russell does. Gary Antoine Russell is a much better fighter than Williams and Pater. I'm sorry. That's the difference right there. Shakur Stevenson going up another 5 pounds or whatever it may be. I don't know how he looks at that weight class. I have to favor Antoine until he goes up there 140 and shows me something different. I can't see him coming up there beating Antoine. And I think Shakur Stevenson is one of the best fighters in the world. He's definitely the best at 135 in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he definitely proved he was one of the best fighters. And we was having this argument on Doug Right Side channel. I felt like he's pound for pound. And some people say not pound for pound number one, but on the list, somewhere on the list. I don't know. Maybe we need to do a BVO list or a STN list and come up with our own list. I think that would be dope. But I definitely got to put them on something. But see, they snapped on me when I said Bam on there. When I said Bam on there, they snapped on me. I feel like if
Why?
Bam on there, ain't no way you can't put Shakur on there. That's just my
I mean,
opinion.
the thing is, I've always had Shakur on my pound for pound list.
Yeah, I know you
never,
did.
I have never had Shakur not on my pound for pound.
Yeah, I know. That's you.
Because
Where you got him at now, Free?
I go off his skills.
Yeah, me too.
I can't rate him right now because we still got a lot of fighting left. I
Couple
don't do
fights
my,
to
I don't
see, yeah.
yeah I don't do every couple of months, every 6 months. I do by the year basis because
You told me that. You told me that.
Some guys have 3 or 4 fights in the same year. So I don't want to do it every couple of months. I do it yearly. So at the end of the year, I go by all of the guys' performance and I base it off of that. I do it yearly.
I'm gonna put him at number 3 on my list right now.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah, I got him at number 3.
That's tough.
Yeah, he
who
at
you
3.
got at number
You
3?
talking about Shakur?
I got Shakur at number 3 on my list, pound for pound.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's not really reaching. I mean, the only thing I will say, I agree with what you're saying, Free.
I just want you to find me.
I think it's reaching, but I respect.
Why would it
your
be
opinion.
reaching?
Okay.
Tell me.
Give me a second.
Name
Give me
me.
a second.
I'm sorry.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
get this out. Let me get this out real quick, and we're gonna take turns, man. We know how we do it. We STN over here.
Yeah.
I apologize.
After this, we gotta get to my man Crush, then we gotta get to my man Hot Rod. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: it could be a reach, but man, he looked good. He looked so good. I was disappointed for the main event.
Facts.
I think it was either Puerto Rican Free or somebody said, "Man, they had the wrong fight first."
Freezy.
I was ready to go.
Freezy said
I was ready to go after that fight with Shakur. Dude, and then Shakur, and I'm going to be honest, I got a chance to talk to some people close to him. When he said F y'all, he's not talking about the fans. He's talking about the people that hated on him.
the haters.
So he did clear that up. He did clear that up. So he's talking about people like me and Marky Dan who have said disparaging things about it. And that's fair.
Yeah.
F you too. But you can fight, boy. You can fight. I mean, Jesus, he could. That's the best performance I've seen in a long time, man. We're talking about, say what you want. Zepeda was red hot going into that fight. Coming off them fights with Tevin Farmer, he learned how to cut the ring off, and he really made Shakur get in his bag. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. But go ahead, Crush. What you got for us, crushing Hot Rod?
Crush.
What's happening? What's going on, Pat, on
OG
chat?
Crush. Good to hear you,
What's
brother.
good, OG?
Yeah, I
What you
couldn't
got
get
for us,
through.
man?
Hey, well, I'm gonna give y'all part 2 real quick, man. Okay, so great performance by Shakur Stevenson. I got a nickname for this fight, and it's just out of humor. So don't make me have to morse meet anyone. You know, I call that fight, the war of the cotton balls, because those guys are not punchers. Those guys are boxers. And I love boxing technicians. I don't like people trying to go out and be something that they're not. Shakur is poetry of motion and being a boxing tactician and also a defensive prowess. That's what he is. Don't make him do anything else. If that's what you want, you got to look at another fighter. Ask Shakur to do what Shakur is good at and great at. Not at what he's not good and great at. Because if you really a fan of Shakur in boxing, you're going to really appreciate that performance. Right now, I have that the best single performance of the year so far. By
Real talk, real talk, real talk,
yes,
Chris.
the best single performance, doesn't matter who he fought. He came and showed that he's that bull. But once again, I need to see more. Yes, I'm satisfied with his performance. And shout out to William Cepeda. Y'all need to give him a little more goddamn credit because he made this man pull out some stuff. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the ones who don't. You know what I mean? And because of Cepeda, he came game, and he had no other choice because he got to deal with the hand situation and all that. He wasn't going to run. No, he's supposed to stand in front of a guy like that. But you're not supposed to stand in front of every damn body, people. Stand in front of an anvil and get hit in the chin and see what happens to your behind. Y'all sound crazy with that nonsense. But I must forgive y'all because most of y'all really don't know anything about the sport of boxing. But it was an excellent performance. It should have been the main event. Now, next time Shakur Stevenson go in the ring, I think he should be a main event off of this performance. Give it back to him, put him back up there, because that Berlanga thing, which I picked him to lose, and my first option prediction was a unanimous decision, and second one by stoppage, possible, and that's what happened. So that's what they got wrong with the card. The card overall was pretty good, but they just had a little misorder with that. And Berlanga, next time don't have that Joe and Remy Ma walk you to the ring because you got
with them rapping lean back, Crush. They rap
lean back.
He laid back. He laid all the way back, but the fights was pretty good. And now for all you Berlanga believers, you see, you got to be a knower.
Push back.
Knowing is better than believing because believing does not have a knowledge of people. Let me just drop that gem. So for all you Berlanga believers, because the knowers knew daggone better. Pipe it down, pipe it down, pipe it down. He's not going to be the next Latin star, whatever the case may be. That's wide open right now. And let's see how Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Bling Bling can bounce back. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got right now. And I'm going to pass it down, Rod.
Well, Dr. Phil said Zepeda just did just what he wanted to do. Basically, he did not agree with she did not agree with the style, but at the beginning of the fight. But salute to both of them brothers. Dr. Phil's in the building. Carry on, BBO.
It's on Hot Rod.
Hot Rod, but I'll say this.
Yo.
Floyd told Stephanie, some of these mofos gonna make you fight. And Zepeda made him fight. So
beat him up.
We can say what we want, but Zepeda made him fight. And the thing that's so funny about all this is I gotta admit, I didn't know he had it in. His granddad screaming on it because I'm listening to my man Doug, one of the best, commentators in the YTBC, give a fight.
The best.
I watched the fight again, and while he was in there, off the rope. Hey, sometimes I got back before again. We got this.
BVO, you going in and out, brother. You're going in and out.
Never heard.
You're going in and out, BVO, brother.
That Telemundo Mike.
That's a new one.
Telemundo Mike, not a
Telemundo Mike.
That's kind of racist, if you ask me.
I don't care what you talking about, Marky. That was some funny business right there. But nevertheless, man, hey, you know what? I'm happy for Shakur, man. I really am. But you know what I want to say real quick before I let one of y'all take it? You know what? Zepeda made a fan out of me because his last couple fights he wasn't real. He was okay. Like them two fights with my young boy Tev. You know what I'm saying? I thought Tev won the first fight. The second fight was close too. The fight before that, who he fought? I forget
Ted,
who he fought.
oh, he
No,
fought Ted twice,
and
and
then
then
before, before the two Tevin fights, that was a close fight too. That one going into the Tevin fight. So but Zepeda was on top of his game. He was 33-0, 27 knockouts. So I mean, if you want to say he can't punch, that's up to you. I kind of disagree. Based off his record, I don't care who he knocked out. They still men. Like Greg Hackett said, they still men at the end of the day. But I mean, Shakur put on an A+ performance to me. And, Zepeda bought the fight, like Dr. Phil said, he bought the heat, though, and he made a fan of me. I want to see Zepeda back in there because the last couple fights, I was like, man, he all right. You know what I mean? Even before that, I thought they was just building him up, but he
no, he
came
can
to
fight.
fight. He come to fight, man. I
Hey,
like Zepeda. He come to fight.
shout out to Willie, man, but shout out to baby Stevenson, man. What you say? He almost knocked you out.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was cute, man. That was
Yeah,
cute.
that was crazy. That was
That just goes
crazy.
to show she's worried about her daddy, man. She seen a punch she ain't like. We
He
know better,
almost knocked
y'all,
you
but
out, Daddy.
we know
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
personal to her. She ain't trying to hear that. And he punched that his daddy and
But it's
make him
crazy that
even
she can
more.
see that at that age, though, that she can
You
tell.
right, Chris.
That's
You right, Chris.
crazy that she can even pick that up at her age.
Yo,
You
She's
gotta
a young
remember,
girl.
her whole life is boxing, bro. All
I
she
know,
see
Yep.
is
Yeah.
but
boxing.
that's crazy. She might be good because for her to be able at that age for her to say out of nowhere, ain't nobody told her to say that. You know what I mean? He almost that
No,
was
man,
her
you gotta
thought.
remember, kids are smart, man. Kids know what mom and
Right,
dad do.
So
Kids
right.
know
do.
what mom.
She
So
she said
it
he
ain't
almost
no.
knocked you out, Daddy.
Hey, just like the
That
time
was
I was
classic.
on the phone, I hope my man CD Cat on mommy saying this with my nephew wanted something, and he said, "I know you can buy it, Dad." And CDK said, "He
Yeah.
right." And he said, "I know you can buy it." And guess what?
And kids
My
are
nephew
priceless,
got
you
it.
know.
So kids know what's going on, man. But it was just so cute to see that baby say, "You almost got knocked out."
He almost knocked you out, Daddy. Hey,
But
you
let me
should you
ask
should
y'all
you
this,
should
man.
clip that, BVO. You should clip that.
No,
Oh, that
Yep.
should be
I'm
good.
focused on original content only. But I'll say
Oh
this:
yeah.
yo,
I
I
want
can
you
dig it.
guys to. I want you guys' opinion on this, man. What do you
man,
guys?
I
You
know
think?
you can
Do you
hear
guys
me,
think?
man.
You
Oh, go ahead. I
forgot
couldn't
about
hear
the
you. Go ahead.
bull. You forgot about the bull hot ride. He didn't get a
God
chance to.
My
damn.
bad.
Yeah,
Go
hot
ahead.
rod.
He
Hot
come up
rod. Hot
cussing though.
rod.
See, you
And,
came up cussing, tripping already.
Nah, y'all
You was
out
right.
of order.
bro,
Skipping
I've been
my
But
trying
you
to
don't
brother.
talk the
gotta
last
cuss
10
though.
minutes, man.
I've been waiting on
Go
hot
ahead. Go
rod.
ahead. Go ahead, Hot Rock.
The performance was cool. I'm disappointed that he stayed on the ropes. For him to have the kind of IQ, for you to say you got the IQ of Terrence Crawford, you'll never see Crawford land on the ropes like that for multiple rounds. You'll never see him do that. And I don't understand that, you know? There's different ways you can have your defensive game plan, but leaning on the ropes, you're not Muhammad Ali, dog. You're not Sugar Ray Robinson, dog. Like, come on, bro. Even Ali trainer told him, get off the ropes.
He didn't.
So if Ali trainer
Shout out
is
to
telling
Angie.
him that, what makes you think it's okay for you to lean on the ropes? The
You
performance
right, hot rod about that.
the performance was good.
Ah,
I like the defense. We won't see that same style because whoever he fight next does not have the pace or the pressure of Zepeda.
Thank you.
Style
Thank you.
make fights. We won't see that style again. And Gary Antoine Russell, Shakur smokes him. Easy. Smokes him easy. Shakur
two
just
different
showed
Easy.
weight classes.
Agree.
Shakur showed y'all last night that skill. And although I just complained about his IQ, he still had more IQ than Zepeda, in which I think he has more skill and IQ than Gary Russell. Russell just
I,
beat who? Gary Russell just beat who? Ryo? Come on, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ryo ain't nothing.
No, he ain't.
Ryo is
that's
not
a good point.
Shakur.
I
And Zepeda
disagree.
and
That's a good.
Zepeda isn't
That's a
Russell.
good point.
But Zepeda is a quality opponent who was number one for the longest and
Mhm.
finally got his shot. Zepeda is a quality opponent. I don't want to see that Gary Russell fight because I think it's a wash. Shakur beats him. a 9-3, 10-2. It's easy, bro. He gonna outbox him.
Well, they in two different weight classes,
He gonna
and
outbox him.
Antoine
It's
big as
easy.
I don't know what.
And for me,
I'm trying to figure out how though. Hot
For me,
Rod
there
with
isn't no fight at 135. In my opinion, he should drop the belt and go to 140. I'm not trying to see that Kid Austin fight because Kid
nope,
Austin is not experienced. Kid
nope.
Austin will get smoked as well.
Hmm.
He's not
Yeah,
experienced.
he might get
don't
knocked out.
He don't have the IQ. He don't have the quality opponents or experience that Williams Zepeda has. Williams Zepeda, I'm not trying to see Kid Austin, bro. And I'm not even going to talk about the midget from Baltimore because he's all about making money. He ain't about making the best fights. So to me, Shakur needs to drop the belt, go to 140. There isn't nothing at 135 for you, man. There isn't. What you gonna be on some Triple G type shit? You just want to do title defenses?
No cussing, bro. No cussing.
I'm sorry.
You
OG.
cooking? No cussing though. You cooking though, but no cussing.
I mean, what is Shakur gonna do at 135? Just do title defenses? I mean, that's cool. I'm gonna give him credit, fighting top contenders. But if you want to be a Hall of Famer, or you want to be considered of what Terrence Crawford is, who you have highly regard for, or even Andre Ward, who you have highly regard for, you gotta fight. You gotta move up in weight, bro. Because standing at 135 is putting a dole on your career. If you want me to be honest. Who we gonna fight? The winner of Mason and old boy
Coach,
who Mason finna fight? They're not gonna make that
Coach,
fight.
no.
If Mason win, he too young. They're not gonna put him in there with Shakur. If the other boy beat Mason, they're not gonna put him in there with Shakur. There isn't no fight at 135. Drop the belt, go to 140. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let me
BVO,
ask
can
you
I
this,
go?
Rob, before you go. Yeah, I want to ask him one question. I'm gonna let you go, CK. My question is this, Rob, because I think you made some great points. If he goes to 140, right? Will this put the nail in the coffin that we won't ever see Abdul Wahid and him fight?
In my opinion, I don't think we'll never see the fight because you're the A side. Same way I feel about Canelo and Benavidez. Canelo is the A side. You have the say.
Yeah.
Canelo and Tank have the final say. They're the money maker. You send the contract, and if you don't send the contract, the fight won't happen. No matter what Shakur or Dave Benavidez does, the fight will not happen because the A side don't want the fight to happen. Because if the fight will happen, the A side will make it happen. They have the final say. They have the fight. Of course, you got negotiating, but they have the final say. They're going to get the last say. They have to send the contract. We're not going to get either fight. So no, OG, we're not getting either fight.
Yeah, I agree with
And
that.
I hate that, but I think you're right. I hate that though. Go ahead, CK.
Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of what Hot Rod said. The question I have to ask though myself is when I'm going back and I'm looking at Terrence Bud Crawford's career, who is his Williams Zepeda? And what I mean by that is this: who has he faced that was a pressure fighter that could put you on the rope, that had that type of ability? And I can't really think of nobody. Now, when I go to Andre,
about Errol Spence.
Porter.
No, Earl Spence couldn't do it. We know Sean Porter could, but I'm gonna go down through the careers for a minute. Sean Porter himself said he was clocked out. Earl Spence was rocked out. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the truth, don't give you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You want the truth, I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So
Straight like
I ain't
that.
putting down one. I ain't giving down one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? But now with Andre Ward, Kovalov, he had the Kovalov fight, and that was a big fight. I felt like Shakur didn't have no reason to be having his ring, be on it, up against the ropes like that. I know why he did do it. I know he was at times trying to rest. I know what he was doing, but it was stupid. It was very stupid. Going through it, I'll say this right here. I truly believe that Shakur will smoke a Salem cigarette before he smoked Gary Antoine Russell. And there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of Salem, not a Newport.
Yeah. He'll smoke
Not
a
a
Salem
Marlboro,
cigarette
a Salem.
before he smoked Gary Antoine Russell. I've been watching this sport a long time. I'm not going to tell no lie. Shakur Stevenson, one of my favorite fighters, my top 3 pound-for-pound fighter on my list. And Gary Antoine Russell is not 1 or 2. So that lets you know what I'm finna say is no bias. There's weight classes for a reason. There are weight
Let me
classes
ask
for
you
a
this,
reason.
Crush. Let me ask you this, Crush, because I gotta hear this from you, Crush. Is that what you were looking for? I heard you a couple shows ago say somebody got to show me something. Is that what you were looking for at 135?
Hey, you know me, BVO. That's what I was looking for, man. Show me something. I'm from the
Yeah.
old school. You can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? You could talk that fly stuff all day, but I come from the capital home of the six splinters. So you got to show me something. Show
Definitely.
me. And he showed me what he was working with. And the brother said that he had to do something else different next time around because of a different opponent because style makes fights. So they
Yep.
say he's that guy like that. So hey, switch up every time. If you that dude, then do it, baby. I've been waiting for somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it to make me happy. So hey, if you be the one that do
Let me
it,
ask
I'm
you this.
fine
Let
with
me ask you
that.
this, Crush. What did you think about Shakur FaceTime and Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. said, "We MJ and Kobe"? What you think about that? I thought that was laughable at best. What did you think?
I think it was cute. I think it was cute. To see one of Floyd young proteges really, really do some Floyd like things. It was a beautiful thing to see because there would never be another Mayweather, but you can see some similarities in guys. You know what I mean? So it was good to see that because I keep on telling y'all Floyd Mayweather dropped the ball with the big three the hard way, the
Yeah,
dream team with Dev, Shakur, and Tank. You know,
yeah,
that
he could
was
have had all
supposed to be
three.
a phenomenon.
He
You know
should
what I
have
mean?
had
And
him.
it was
Yeah.
all up under there at one
Well,
time at that time, man.
brother Big
He should
Dog
have.
Willie said, "Take a maniacs are crashing out." They had a bad week. They
Yeah.
had a bad week. Tank fight postponed. Tank went to jail. Tank went to jail, and Shakur won his fight. That's crazy.
Hey,
Let me say this real quick. Let me say
He
this.
said, "Take a
You know who
maniacs
I'm
had a
talking
bad
to?
week."
Let me say this real quick. You know who I'm talking to? I know y'all angry, but guess what? No matter what, this ain't about Abdul Wahid. This is about
Yeah.
celebrating a fighter and what he did in the ring. Because I'm gonna tell you this.
Well, I
I'm
think
gonna tell
that's
you
what
this.
Big Dog Willie was insinuating. But go
Let me
on.
say that. Let me say this. We already know what we seen with Tank. That's why we want him to fight. And at the end of the day, we ain't seen it since he fought. But this is the thing about Tank, and this something I gotta give him credit because I didn't even realize this. You guys realize Little Red beat the two reigning defending welterweight champions right now? Y'all realize that? Them
Yeah.
dudes is two weight classes ahead.
Dude
Rolly
in but
and Rolly and my guy, what's that Spanish kid's name?
Parquet and
Mario
Butter.
Mario
Barrios.
Barrios.
Mario Barrios.
Parquet,
Hey,
Parquet and
let's
Butter.
call let's call it like this. Hey, let's call it like this. So that means Tank is unified at 147.
That's
He's
Now
crazy.
you
unified at
can't
47.
do no
So
merit unification, BVO. They ain't we ain't
well,
doing
you know,
that.
we gotta
ST are
have some
not
fun.
doing
We
that,
gotta have some
BVO.
fun. But Crush, they say I hate on him, so I want to give him his credit. I want to give him his credit. We
No, we
don't hate
ain't
over
giving
here.
no merit. I don't care what they say, BVO. We ain't giving out no merit. I don't care what they say. And they can get a millimeter for that. We ain't doing that over at STN. And don't you fall for the banana in the tailpipe next time. We got it in the
Hell, boy,
over
and they
here.
say I'm hating. So I had to reach. That was a T.O. reach.
Yeah, that was.
It was a good
That
one, though.
was.
It was a good one.
hey,
But I'll say
I
this though.
just want
I'll
to
say this
say,
though, man. I want to ask my man D Free this. D Free. That being said, does Devin have to match it?
Hmm?
Does Devin have to match that performance against Stormin Norman?
No, Devin don't have to match that performance. Devin has to go out there and fight his fight. He's not fighting Shakur's fight. He's fighting his fight. He
Yeah.
got a different opponent in front of him. So I mean, Devin got to go out there and be smart and fight the fight that he needs to fight in order for him to win. Whether it's box and move, or it's box and hold, or it's stand in the pocket, whatever it is that you need to do to win the fight, that's what you got to do to win the fight. Devin is not fighting for nobody else but himself. So he ain't got to match nobody's performance. He's not fighting Shakur next. So what would be the need for him to match Shakur performance? They're not fighting next.
hey, I just want to say, Shakur didn't look nothing like Floyd Mayweather. He looked like James Toney in the pocket.
I like that.
In the pocket. Y'all keep saying Floyd created the Philly shell. No, he didn't. James Toney did it before him.
No, he did not. He did not.
James Toney did it before him. Like, come on,
They
man.
done it before.
I'm younger.
Floyd Mayweather
I know
Sr. done
that.
it before him.
Yeah.
He looked like James Toney last night in the pocket with the Philly shell, throwing the 1-2-3 off of the Philly shell. My only problem was he was just on the ropes too long. I didn't understand that. You know, you're supposed to be a high level IQ fighter. Why are you on the ropes so long, dog?
He was effective off the ropes, though. Hot
He
Rod.
was
He was landing
effective, yeah.
That's the reason.
combinations.
That's the exact reason why I can't give him an A+ for that performance.
Hey, Hot Rod.
You're supposed to be better than that.
Yo, G.
But he was effective off the ropes, though.
You right about that Philly shell, but Floyd Mayweather Sr. done it before James Toney did. I don't know when that Philly shell was created, but it's been around a long time before Floyd Mayweather ever thought about it.
The Philly
Floyd
shell
just,
been around
he
since
just mastered it. He just mastered it.
A dude
That's
in the
all.
60s did it. I can't remember his
Hey,
name.
thank you, BBO.
But
thank you.
Okay.
I would say it's just, I can't remember the fighter. I think he was a welterweight. It was in the 60s when he first started.
For real, I appreciate that.
But I'm gonna say this. That's a heck of a comparison because you know what? Not kind of you all right because he was offensive from it because they said he hit Zepeda 50 more times with 100 less punches. That's crazy when you think about that. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shakur because you know what? I get tired of always talking about the guys. I like when these guys step up, man. We had my man Crush calling him out. We had my brother Knock calling him out. You had me calling him out. You had West Indian Marky calling him out. And he stood up and said, F y'all, I'm the guy. Come see me. And when I was talking to my brother Just Do, I could hear the joy in his voice. Like, I told you, mofo. I told you what he was.
No,
Brother George, real quick, Brother George Benton from Philadelphia.
George
Benton. I knew that's what it is. George
Benton.
I had to go Google that because that was going to bother me because I knew his name, but I'm just a little, you know what I mean? I'm chilling.
Like I said before, the only performance that I did not like from Shakur was him against De Los Santos. Other than that, I had no problem with how Shakur performed in his past. I mean, a lot of people wanted to see him be more active, but I know what Shakur is. Shakur is a counterpuncher. He's not a guy that throw his hands a lot. That's not what he is. You gotta understand what the fighter you're looking at. Every fighter doesn't fight the same way, so you can't judge every fighter based off of what the last fighter did. You got to judge him based off of what he does. Whatever he does, you got to judge him off that. If he was better than what he normally does, then you judge him off that. If he was less than what he normally does, then you judge him off that. A lot of people are always judging people based off of what the next man does. That's not what he is. You got to understand what you're looking at.
That's right.
Talk to him, D. Freezy. Talk to him.
Freezy just had to take y'all to high school real quick. You know what I mean?
Let me ask y'all this, man. Now y'all know I love my man Berlinga, man. What happened, man? Was Sharon's gloves loaded? What happened, man?
No,
man, Berlinga's not very good.
Chains he had on around his neck heavy, and he couldn't hold his head up and couldn't see where the punches were coming from.
And he had his rear end in the air at one point. I thought that was crazy. You know,
Berlinga was
y'all got mad at me. I told you Berlinga is trash. I told y'all Berlinga is trash.
See, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna call him.
I've been said Berlinga wasn't good.
BVO savage though.
Face down, cheeks up.
I said he wasn't good.
He had them cheeks
after
up.
You call the man SOFT soft, the man beats you in front of your wife and kids and Fat Joe.
And Remy Ma.
And Remy Ma.
They beat him so bad. You have my man Sexual Chocolate, Richard Hitchens, talking about keep your head up, keep your head up.
And his wife had to pick his head up too. Shout out to his wife. She picked his head up.
That's not gonna help. He beat the death.
You know what's even funny? What's even funny is somebody put a post up on Instagram of Berlinga talking trash about St. David's getting a draw, and then they show Berlinga face down, tail up, and I'm sitting there dying. I'm like, see, sometimes you can't open your mouth.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. Hey, Free,
I've I've
Hey,
been
Free,
telling
he
people
was
the
like, he
entire
really
time.
was face down, rear end up, bro. That was crazy. I was like, damn.
I've
Belinga
been
Hey,
telling
Gloves like
people
the
crazy
the
right
when he
now.
beat
entire
his
time
glove
that he
like the
was not
monkey
going
with
to
the
beat the dude.
tambourine. When
yeah.
he beat his glove like
Nah.
the monkey with the
Why he
tambourine.
keep doing
When
that?
that
Man,
fight
why do he
when that
keep doing that? Why do he keep
What?
doing that?
Hitting his, banging his
dog
gloves together?
He look
that's
crazy doing it.
it's a nervous disorder.
Nervous
It's
tick.
something that
He
people
said a
do
disorder.
when they frustrated. It's something that people do when they frustrated. They can't figure something out. It's almost like the Russian dude that got the neck twitch. He's so
Oh
used to
my
doing it that
God. Yeah, that
he don't
guy.
know how to stop it.
Or Mike
Yeah,
It's a
Tyson
yeah,
nervous
biting his
disorder.
glove when he gets frustrated.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Last time
it's
I
a
went
nervous
down, I went
disorder.
my way.
Every time Berlinga get dropped, he bang his gloves together like, dang, man, that's my bad.
That's a nervous disorder because
Yeah,
Hey,
he said a nervous
hey, free,
disorder. That's
you know you're getting
classic.
beat up.
free.
That's
Last time I went
classic,
down,
Free.
I went in my waistband. That's my nervous disorder.
Wow.
Free
Hey,
said it's
I
a
ain't gonna lie
nervous
to you, Free.
disorder.
But
I ain't gonna lie to you, Free. His dad gave a great game plan. I just don't know what Berlinga was doing.
no,
I
the
was
problem
like,
was the problem was Belenga was in there with somebody that was much better than him. Much
Yep,
better than him.
There you go.
Belenga, you got to
much.
understand, but Belenga has never been in a fight with a boxer. He's always been in a fight with guys that's going to stand in front of him or guys that's going to try to press the action. He's never been in there with a boxer. Dude is a
You right.
boxer puncher. He's a boxer puncher. And he's gonna use his jab. He's gonna use that straight right. He's gonna use the right hook. He's gonna hook off the jab. And that he did everything. He displayed everything in that fight against Belenga.
And
He
he,
I
put
said
and he
it
had
from the
that
combinations
high
time that the
together.
fight
guard.
was made. I said
He
it
had
from the
that
time
high
the fight was
guard
made.
going on too.
I said Belenga couldn't beat that dude. I already knew
Yeah,
that he couldn't beat him. Once I
and
saw
he
that
put
that
his.
fight was
Hey, free,
made,
you was
I said
right.
Belenga was
He
gonna
put them combinations together.
yeah.
Yes, he did.
No,
Crush.
Saraz, I knew what Saraz was when he beat Ammo Williams. I saw how he beat Ammo Williams. I was like, oh, this dude is a problem.
Yeah,
He's a
and that
problem.
was shocking to me. I lost money, and I'm not a gambler, but I was like, ain't no way this guy,
What is
man.
Shiraz? What is Shiraz? Is he an Arab? What is he?
I think he is. I'm gonna tell you something. Turkey love
He's
him,
a
so he got
Muslim.
to be
He's
from
one
over
of them
there.
Muslim. He's one of them Muslim dudes from the UK, like Amir Khan, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's from over there. I don't think he's from like Saudi Arabia or anything
Yeah,
like that. I think he's from like the UK or what
yeah.
have you because
I ain't
he's
gonna
with
lie.
Queensbury. He's with Queensbury, so I think
He
he's
one
from
of
the
them
I ain't
UK.
gonna
UK
lie.
brothers. He one of them
He
UK
took his.
Muslim
Hold on.
brothers.
Let me say
BBO.
this. He took his turban off and he beat the dog out of Berlinga.
Yeah, I knew you was
I
gonna
ain't,
say something
I
crazy,
ain't never
bro.
seen Berlinga get beat up like that. I mean,
He sees.
you
I
know
ain't
what's
gonna
so
repeat
crazy?
that.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you.
crazy.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. This goes to show, like we already knew, Berlinga was trash from the gate.
Man,
That
that's
was
crazy.
all matchmaking, bro. That was all
Dip,
matchmaking.
That's crazy.
dip dumpster.
Oh man, y'all tough, bro. Y'all boys is tough, man. I ain't gonna say the brother trash. He's a pretty doggone good amateur. I mean, he has success. He's ranked top. Hold on. He's ranked
No,
top
he was
5.
not. No,
Hold
he
on,
was
BBO.
not.
Hold on, BBO. He's ranked top 5 in every sanctioning body right now. Before
Not now.
Saturday. Before Saturday. Before Saturday, free. Before Saturday, he was ranked 5 in every sanctioning body, and Shiraz was only ranked 6. So I feel like he's not gonna fall that far. You feel me? Because it was like six
If,
feet
Man,
5.
that man
you know
just
who
got
you know should
knocked
have been
out.
in there?
He gonna fall all the way
You
to
know
the
who should have
bottom.
been in there? You know who should have been in there? Big Timothy Bradley, man. Christian and
What?
Bealey would have been better than that.
He said Timothy Bradley.
That's who
Prize,
Christian and Bealey remind me of. Tim
Look get
Bradley.
smoked.
Prize. You said that man ain't gonna fall far. That man got knocked down the daggone sanctioning about it. He got knocked all the way. And I'm gonna tell you what was so demoralizing about the whole loss. It wasn't the fact that
Demoralized. Damn.
it wasn't the fact that he got knocked out. It was what Saraz said after the knockout. Because you know they had $100,000 bet. Belenga said, "I'm gonna bet you $100,000 that I'm gonna knock you out." And so they had $100,000 bet. He said, "Don't worry about the $100,000. You can keep that. I knocked you out. That's more satisfying." And
Yep.
I was like, "Oh wow,
Yo,
this man
Shiraz
just."
he was wow humble through the whole thing. You feel me?
He
Man, when have
was.
you ever seen a Arab not be humble? That's just us that don't be doing it.
Man, listen. Shiraz he was humble through the whole thing. Berlanga shoot at him. He busted at him a couple times. Berlanga had on these outfits and his chains and his Richard Muley. You know what I'm saying? And he got cooked. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, and this was the bad part because I follow all these guys on Instagram. Yo, he put up a post on Instagram like, it didn't go my way, but that doesn't mean, I'm trash. Basically, I'll be back. I'm gonna hit the gym harder. I'm gonna come out better than ever. And you know what he did? For all the stuff that he talks, he turned his comments off. And I thought that was trash. I would have left my comments on, let everybody call me say what they're gonna say, get out the way, and then keep it pushing. But when you turn your comments off after you talk so much, I think that's just so lame, though. But I still rock with Berlanga, though.
If Fat Joe back you, you might as well get out of here. Fat Joe, man, Felix Trinidad got his head whooped by Bernard when he was with Fat Joe.
Yeah, see, Fat Joe bad luck, man.
If Fat Joe say he love you, get away, because Fat Joe told me he robbed 70 niggas in the gym.
Because he be lying so much. He got negative. He when you be doing that, and you'll create a negative cloud over you, because I believe in energy is real big. And Fat Joe just be saying a bunch of stuff, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, but I don't believe nothing.
He just make up anything, BVO.
CDK is a super thug back in the day, and I don't think he can rob no 70 niggas.
Right, Fat Joe ain't robbed too. I don't believe nothing Fat Joe say.
Me either, man. Because I feel like once pun, I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it to that. But I feel like once pun transition to the next life form, I feel like Fat Joe just got wow hot. But I don't know nothing.
Yeah, he had his rhyme book.
I'll leave that for OG Crush to deal with.
Did Fat Joe have money? Yes. Fat Joe had money at a young age. We all know that. Cameron said it, Mace said it, everybody said it. But I don't think he robbing with 70 niggas in no gym, Crush. I don't believe
that's
that.
crazy.
Man,
me and my boys, we would have strolled him out. I don't care how big he was. We would have strolled him out. I don't care if four of us, we would have went down. I don't care. We would have strolled him
Crush?
out.
What you finna say, Crush?
Fat Joe, real quick, y'all. Y'all know I got facts, especially when it comes to hip hop, man. I don't know why these people be opening their mouth. Fat Joe got his behind with that club dancing that was on 7 Foot Philbit back in 90, 95. He was on stage talking trash. They wasn't feeling his stuff like that. He started acting like it was sweet. Man, them boy from North Philly stumped him up and his behind and everybody that was with him. And I tell him to his face. And still a couple of guys.
Ain't that what Pistol Pete cut like 5 dudes in their face?
What about Boy George? What about Boy George, Crush? When Boy George, man, got it.
Hey, Crush. Oh, let me ask you, is that the same thing? Because I know they said Pistol Pete cut 5 dudes in their face.
Yeah. Pistol Pete did. That Joe ain't never do nothing like that.
Fat Joe ran out them Air Force Ones.
BC, you right. Fat Joe, he was in the streets though. He I ain't taking none of his street credibility from him. But there's a lot of stuff that, like what Crush said,
there was a lot of people that was in the streets, man.
They not gonna know
because he was in the streets. What that mean?
We all was in the streets.
That Crush don't mean a thing. Don't mean a thing.
A bunch of street dudes is corny.
On
real talk. A bunch of street dudes is corny. No matter if they was out there getting bodies or whatever like that. Man, all them dudes is corny. That's why they been doing what they do.
Let me ask you this real quick though, Crush, because I did hear that Pistol Pete cut a bunch of dudes in Philly's faces with that. Was that same time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it might have been, you know what it might have been? It might have been that Pistol Pete is the gangster and Joe is just a face. That must be what it is.
Man, Joe ain't no gangster like that.
Big Pun was a
man.
Tougher than Fat Joe.
Joey is known for being part of the street pharmacist. That's why when he came out, his name was Joey
He's
Crack.
not no sucker. That.
His name was Joey Crack. That was his name when he came out, and he changed his name to Fat Joe. But he was originally called Joey.
He had
Crack.
a name before Joey Crack. It was like God something, a name of the block.
Don Cartagena?
No, not Don Cartagena. It was like God something because the name of their block was
Yeah,
like
because he was with them 5% dudes back.
right,
in the
right, BVO, exactly
But
right.
but
So
I'll say this though. One thing for sure, you can talk tough if you got Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete is like a CDK type of dude. He'll pull you from the inside out. So
I don't know, who is Pistol Pete?
If you got a dude like Pistol Pete, you gonna be fierce. I don't care who you are, man.
Who is Pistol Pete?
That's what it must be, CDK. That he was running with Pistol Pete. That's why he was like that. I get it now.
But Big Pun was a real street dude too, I believe. From what I heard.
No, Big Pun wasn't no street dude. Big Pun was a
500 pounds.
No, Big Pun wasn't always 500 pounds. Big Pun was a fashion model before he became Big Pun.
Yeah.
He was a fashion model.
Yeah.
He wasn't that type of dude. He was a fashion model, and then he got into the street life, but he wasn't like Joey Crock. He got into the street life, but when he became a rapper as Big Pun because he got into a real bad accident and he gained a lot of weight from his accident.
So he was a street model?
Yeah, he was a fashion model.
Yeah, he used to be with Dapper Dan and all them back in the day.
Okay.
What's the guy's name? D Ferg, I believe that's his name. D Ferg used to have a fashion store back in the day. I don't know if y'all ever heard of D Ferg, but I think that's the dude that made the bad boy and the Uptown symbol back in the day. But that being said, when you got Pistol Pete, you're gonna be fierce. I don't care who you are, man. that's what I just realized that Crush. That's what it was. He running around with Pistol Pete. He probably thought he was untouchable, dog.
Yeah. They don't beat them and be the guys that they're surrounded by. It's only a small amount.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Is Uncle E the only gangster to ever be in hip hop, or is that? Or am I wrong about that?
Who?
Uncle E, Eric B. Is he the only gangster to ever be in hip hop for real? That
No.
was an actual
no.
There's plenty of gangsters. Huh?
I'll give you one. Hold on, CG, I'm gonna give you one. And because the type of hip hop he made, you wouldn't think so if you didn't hear about his stories, man. Slick Rick was off the hook, yo. Little British guy was off the hook.
Yes, he was.
Oh yeah, he kept going to jail, so I believe he's
Bro, I ain't even. Hey, Crud, I agree with you, and I ain't even going back that far. What do you think King Von was? You think the people run right here passing out lollipops?
Yeah, that's just like Rayford Evans. Rayford Evans wasn't a gangster. It was because of Wayne Perry.
Oh no, Rayford Evans wasn't no gangster. He wasn't no gangster.
Yeah, he wasn't a gangster. He had Wayne Perry.
Yeah,
but King Von was definitely a gangster.
Yeah, King Von wasn't a gangster. He was a serial unaliver. He was a serial unaliver. The difference.
Wayne Perry was messing with boys in jail. We don't got no respect for Wayne Perry. He messed with boys.
Yeah, he definitely was doing. He was doing that on the streets.
I mean, what a man doing in his bedroom is what he doing in his bedroom.
Nah, hell no.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
No, sir.
No, you're right. You're right.
Hold up. What I'm saying is, what a man doing in his bedroom is what a man doing in his bedroom. That doesn't change the fact if he's a gangster or not. You can still be a gangster.
Yeah.
Hey, Free, that was crazy, Free. But you right.
No,
though.
He's telling the truth, though. He's telling the truth.
Yeah, that's why I say he's right. That's crazy because he's right. That's so crazy.
We don't respect that though, CDK.
I tell you what. I tell you what. If you want to say that to Wayne Perry on the street,
he might knock you out and do something to you. You feel me? I ain't with that. He might knock you out and do something to you.
I'm gonna tell you something my father said, and a lot of people don't believe this when I say it. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm nobody's punk. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not drinking pee. You're not slapping on me. You gotta do it.
Not doing none of that to me.
Well, my
Especially
wife said,
and BVO, you know what, BVO? I'm half your size.
Let me finish. My wife said it best. If you're gonna be like that, honey, you need to tell somebody. But BVO ain't nobody's punk.
Me either, BVO.
No punching bag. You gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
I ain't no laughing stock.
You gotta do, baby.
I ain't no laughing stock. It's a lot of stuff. Like, and BVO, you half my size, dog. And I have zero back down in me. Cause I'm not afraid. I'm come from the 80s. I'm not afraid to lose a fight, bro. That's nothing. Because you might rumble somebody from another neighborhood and they might say, "Oh well, BVO got the best of Prize," but it might be the people from my neighborhood. They'd be like, "Y'all tripping? Prize got him." I have zero
Yeah.
back down to me. I don't care how
All I
big
say
you
is
are,
this.
how small you are,
I can't
what
speak for
color you are. It
nobody
is what it
else.
is.
You ain't drinking no tea. You ain't punching on me.
Nope.
You ain't kicking on me. You ain't making me dance. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
And look, and I
One thing I
promise you
learned.
this. And if we
Let me say this
down
real quick,
south,
Fred. Say it
I
before you go,
promise you
Fred.
I would do
Before
something
you
to
go.
you.
This is the thing I'll tell you. Some guys are just scarers. There are some
Yeah.
guys who are unalivers, but a lot of guys are just scarers. And you got to find a difference. Because I remember I had a dude who had a weapon on me. I slapped the dog crap out of him, and he didn't do nothing but get on the bus. And he had the weapon on it, but he wasn't no unaliver.
Yeah.
But he crazy.
Shout
He
out to my
crazy.
guy,
I'm
PH Big
glad, bro.
Dog.
I'm glad you still here, bro. I'm
My
glad you
guy.
still here.
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you
glad you
like
still
this.
here.
I'm glad.
He gotta do what he gotta do.
I'm glad
Yeah.
it was. I'm glad it was him and not me because you
That's
wouldn't be
what I'm
here.
saying. For real. I'm glad you
Yeah.
still here, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
Go freak.
Hey, look, I got zero
Certain
back
dudes you
down
can do
into
that
me,
with.
bro.
Certain dudes you ain't doing that with.
Hey,
Because
freak,
if
he
you
had a
try
weapon
something,
on me. What are you talking?
bro,
You know
you're
what's
not
crazy?
whooping on
You
me,
see how freak?
BBO.
Hold on. You know, freak trying to make it seem like I was the bad guy. He had the weapon on me.
That's crazy.
And you
So as a
slapped him?
big guy, I slapped the dog crap out of it because what I heard is somebody got a weapon, you put hands on them immediately.
No, I'm
Yes.
talking about,
You a big guy? Go ahead.
But
I'm
BBO,
talking
you
about,
big as I don't know what though, bro. You kind of like
We
the
came
Broad
out the
Street
line. I'll
bully
tell you the
around.
whole story real quick before we get out of here. So we came out the library. I guess we was
Back up.
I didn't know that was his girlfriend. We ended up walking out with his girl. So we go, you know how you go around the corner with adults saying, because it be adults out there smoking cigarettes.
yeah.
We go around the corner with adults saying, this brother pulled a hammer out and I just took off. And I
Yeah.
just punching him. I'm punching him hard as I can.
Yeah.
And I said, and I was talking crazy too, you know, because old girls watch. I was talking crazy. And I was basically like, you don't ever come to my hood and pull nothing on me unless you're gonna use it. And dude took the weapon, got on the bus, and that was it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, BBO. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, you my brother, but just because you 6'5" and whatever, I would have gave you one and then gave you another hopper. Therefore, you being that big.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't grab a
You gotta
strap
remember,
and a
No,
big
see,
I'm
dude.
talking about. He said, "Dude,
hold on,
ain't one
let
on
me
him
say this,
already." Brian, I'm just saying.
this is
I'm
what I'm
just
saying.
talking. Yeah.
No, this is what I'm saying. See, I had already showed him respect because as soon
Okay.
as I seen he had it, I went to work. It wasn't even no talking.
He said
Yeah.
you
When
went
I
to
seen he
work.
had what he had,
You a
I
funny
was trying to
boy,
punch
yeah.
him as hard as I could.
You both do.
I
You
was
both.
like,
You don't. You both do.
Cool Mo D, man. I went to work, man. I'm stomping him all that. I just
But you
thought,
know what though,
you know,
BBO,
I
I
had to
feel
get to that
good.
weapon.
I feel good that I'm at the age where I don't get in them kind of situations
Yeah.
anymore.
That's
Wherever
right.
I
That's
go, it's
right.
love. Like if I pull up on you, it's all love. You know what
But
I'm saying?
it's fun to talk about so the kids can know, man, that
Yes,
and it's
fact.
not like that no more. These kids, I'm gonna be honest, I was playing basketball with some kids now. It's not like it was when we was growing up. These kids are nice and sweet. Even the hood kids are sweet and nice. I mean, you can really walk. I had my phone and keys on the ground. It ain't like it was back in the day. You got to worry about a nigga running off. Dudes was like trying to protect my phone, saying, "Oh man, I don't want your phone to get hit." Blah blah blah.
You was in a
So
good
these young
neighborhood
kids,
then.
no,
Where were
I
you
was
at?
in the trip where I
If
grew
you
up.
come out here in
I was in the
Philadelphia,
East
all
Side.
your stuff gonna be gone, and I promise you that.
Yeah, I don't know where he was at.
Yeah, I
But I'll
promise
say
you
this.
that.
I'll say maybe where I was at, where I'm talking about has got gentrified. So maybe that
Yeah.
helped. But I'm just saying these kids are better than the kids that we were.
Man, I'm telling you, they ain't no but a bunch of rugrats running around here. And these kids are
Yeah.
terrible.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't nice like my daughter, my nephew with CDK, my nieces with Prize. I wasn't sweet like those kids.
I'm
BVO was a
glad
good young man.
the
What's up?
kids around
You
your
wasn't like
neighborhood.
me. What you mean you wasn't like me? That's crazy.
I said
I'm
like your
glad I'm
kids, I
glad
wasn't sweet like your kids.
Oh
I
no,
wasn't
I'm
sweet.
glad the
my
kids around
kids.
your way
Yeah, they're
is nice
sweet.
because
They're real
you
nice.
come
Yes,
out
They're real.
here
100%, 100%.
you come out here you leaving in boxes and tank tops.
Yeah, for real. And that's why I do what I do with my kids, so they don't gotta ever. I don't want to. I mean,
Right.
I don't want them to ever see that lifestyle. You know, I don't want them to see that. My kids just think about swimming pools and Disney World and stuff like that. That's I shelter them, and some people say that's not good, Prize. You shouldn't do that. I'm like, man, listen.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as you get,
It is what it is. I'm gonna say this before we get out.
man.
It
No,
is what it
it's
is. But
okay.
Yes, it
It's
is.
good.
if you wanna have fun, if you wanna have some laughs, check us out. It's the mighty Sports Talk
Mhm.
Network, the People's Network. And on
That's
top
Yes,
of
it.
that, we got my guy Crush, who start us off every day with the best morning show in the world. We
in the
have my man
world.
Doug. We got my man CDK. You
Yes,
got me at 8. You got Free on the football show before I come on.
you got
And
B3
we
picks
on it.
cooking.
We got B3 picks. And of
Just
course,
ask Juan.
we got my man Varnell Hill closing out every night, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Varnell, man. So
We
Yes.
got
we're
it.
doing it big
Don't
over
forget
there, man.
TD. Hold on, don't forget Tommy. Don't
Yeah.
forget Tommy.
TD Sports.
Oh yeah, shout out to TD Sport, Mr. Part-Time himself. We love you, baby.
Nah.
You know.
Nah. He could. Nah. He ain't
Shout out to
part
my
time.
man
Nah.
Part-Time TD.
Nah.
Usually he's somewhere working in the bodega. Shout out to
That's crazy.
Juan getting his first 100-view video. Shout out to my
Yes.
man Juan getting his first 100-view video. You know, Juan been cutting plantains and making sandwiches and stuff. And
That's
for the people to
crazy.
connect with him, I'm so happy.
That's so
For him, man.
crazy.
Shout out to Puerto Rican Juan, Mr. Cuban Sandwich himself. On
That's
that
so
note,
crazy.
we're gonna get. I don't know if Dub is coming on, but we're gonna get back to it. If Dub will come on, we see you at 6:30 with the legendary Crush the Legend. And we
Yeah.
out here, y'all. Peace.
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 Yeah.